Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you some items that I got at the thrift store last week. I'm just going to show you really quickly how I'm going to use or style them in my home, but I'm also going to show you just a couple of different ways that you could use one or two of them if you found something like this at the thrift store too. I'm going to hang one of these up in the kitchen to kind of give you an example of what you can do with it, but it's not going to be permanently placed there, so the screws and everything are not going to be lined up, but you will see that when we look at it in just a second. And I also want to give you a little thrifted update on a bedspread that I purchased a couple weeks ago, I think, and kind of share with y'all some of the things that have happened with that too. So let's get to it. Let me show you the first thing that we're going to talk about today, and it is this beautiful little piece right here. And then we're going to get into this little thrifted pillowcase, and then this beautiful little candle holder. And then I will share the bedspread little experience with you at the very end. So let's get to it. Okay, so here's one little way that you can hang it. Is actually, I think this is actually made for a rolling pin, to hold your rolling pin and a little tea towel. I just have a napkin up here. Sorry, it's kind of dark. Let me see if I can turn the brightness up for y'all. There we go. Now you'll notice that I do not have my screws in the little screw holder here, because I don't know if this is where I'm leaving this permanently. So I just took my other little basket thing down and just hung these up there just so I could kind of get an idea until I make it permanent. But I did want to show y'all what it looked like with a rolling pin in it and a sweet like little towel or something. So another place that I tried this was in my master bedroom. I love how primitive and country this looks, so I thought it would be cute to hang over here underneath this little printer's tray and use it to display doilies. But I'm going to show you that last, because that is actually how I left it. But I want to show you something else that you could use this for if you found one. You could use it either in your bathroom or your bedroom near a vanity. I already have some nails in here, so I'm just going to hang it up. And I'm going to use it to hang jewelry on. I thought that that was a really neat and different little idea, just to use it to hang necklaces or bracelets. I don't know that you could really get earrings on that. Necklaces for sure. So that is just one example of what you could do with something like this if you found it at the thrift store. Sorry, this is actually the second idea. The first one was with the rolling pin. So I thought that this was very cute, especially if you needed something just small to get your jewelry up and visible for you to see really easy, so it wouldn't be all tangled up. I thought that would be a neat little idea for that. And I thought that another fun and cute little idea would be just to layer and display your doily collection. Well, not your collection, because some people have hundreds of doilies, but I love to just look at them, and I think they are so sweet. So I thought, how cute would that be to use just to like layer some of your favorite doilies and maybe kind of just overlap a couple of them so you could still see them. I think that that is just so sweet. And now what I want to do, and what I'm on the lookout for now, because I purchased this piece, is I want to find some spindles that I can lay in here, kind of like the rolling pin did. But I just want some little skinny old antique or vintage spindles to lay in this part right here, and have those spindles kind of sticking out, you know, almost like the rolling pin was, and just have them kind of stacked up until about right here. I just think that that would be so cute. So I don't have any of those to show you in here right now because I just don't have any, but I think it's a sweet, sweet idea. It's also a fun way to preserve like an antique chair or something from a loved one that has some beautiful spindles on the bottom of the chair, but the chair is just not in good enough shape to save. Well, you can cut those spindles off and then display your loved ones, you know, a part of their history here on this little thing. I just think that that would be so sweet. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. This is how mine is staying for now until I can find some spindles. Okay, so now let's talk about this candle holder that I love. I'm also going to put this in my bedroom right over here where I have this little vintage belt holder. I do love this here, but I find that this matches the color of my furniture in here better. And so I just thought that this would add a nice little touch over here. And then I think I'm going to move this piece here to above my closet. Kind of makes more sense anyway. It's a belt holder. Closet is where I keep the clothes. So I think I'm just going to move this over that and switch it out for this beautiful little piece here. This is the fun part of thrifting, is you really don't pay a lot of money for some of this stuff, so you can just switch it out as often as you want. At least that's what I tell myself. I have two types of candles here that you could use. One of them is just this little battery powered one. Right here, you just push the button and it kind of does this little realistic glow look. You could use this one. This is beautiful, but I really like the look of wax candles. I mean, beeswax candles. So that's what I'm going to use. I love that little golden looking color. So that's the candle I'm going to use and keep in mind. And since there's already a nail up here, this is going to be easy peasy. And I really like how this looks once it's all in place. So let me step back and give y'all a little better view. Now, because this candle holder is over here by curtains, I will not light this. I will just use this, you know, for looks. And if I want that candle, you know, look and flame, I will put the battery operated one in it. But I would definitely not recommend lighting a candle this close to some curtains. But here's what it looks like all in place. All right, and now I'm just going to simply put this pillowcase right here. As you can see, I only have two pillowcases up there because I've just recently started kind of collecting these, but I want it stacked all the way up. Like, I just think that would be so pretty with all the different patterns. So all I'm simply going to do is just fold this one up, stack it on top, and just slowly add to my little vintage pillowcase collection because I just think it is so pretty. Now, you could also take one of these and do several other things with them. I mean, use this as material if you're trying to sew something, make you a pillow cover for your living room or your bed. I mean, I used to make Elizabeth when she was a little bitty. I used to make her the pillowcase dresses. I actually took a sewing class to learn how to sew some clothes for her because she was so little. And so yeah, that's really sweet too. If you have a little girl in your life, you could make some little summer dresses. That is so adorable. But anyway, let me fold this and just kind of show you. This one's very simple and very easy, but that is a few other ideas for you there on the pillowcases. All right, so I tried to just kind of fold it to match the width of these, and I'm just going to stack it on top there. And it's probably going to take me a long time to get this stack that I want, but one at a time, I'm slowly getting there, and I just think all the different patterns are so sweet. Alright, now that I've showed you just a few of the ways that I'm using my thrift finds from my last thrift haul, let me show you kind of what happened with this whole bedspread that I got, the ticking stripe bedspread that I paid $4 for, and it had a huge stain on it. I'll link that video down below if you have not seen it, but it was an awesome bedspread. They told me it was a queen. Anyway, let me just show you. So last week I showed this bedspread that I got for $4 at the thrift store. On the tag it said that this was a queen. Y'all, I'm not loving it. I don't know, it just does not fit well. I have a queen bed, and that's what this is, and it is just not fitting there. So as you can see over here, every time I pull one way or the other, like, I feel like this should fall right there. So then when you come back over here, I think this is actually for a full size bed and not a queen. I think it was maybe just mistaken for a queen. I'm not really sure, but in that video I showed where it had a big massive stain in it, but I got most of that stain out. So here's what I'm going to do. This is not a complete loss. I don't love it as a bedspread. I thought I would, and this is just what happens sometimes when you thrift. You come home, you put it on, you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. So what I've decided that I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to keep this because this is a lot of material. And I think I'm going to use this to make stockings for all the kids this upcoming Christmas. There is enough material here that if I mess up, I should have plenty. And then I can also use the backing here to put on the back of the stocking. It has stuffing and stuff in the middle, but I can completely use this $4 comforter set here to make at least 6 to 8 stockings. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to put it in a trash bag. It's been all cleaned. I'm going to put it in a trash bag, in one of those, not a trash bag, one of those vacuum seal bags, and probably store it under this bed until I'm ready to make me some Christmas stockings for all the kids. Well, I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I've used just a few of my thrift finds in today's video. I hope it gives you some inspiration. If you see any of these pieces out at the thrift store, what you can do with them, let us know down in the comments. What would you do with vintage pillowcases? What would you do with the rolling pin holder? And what else did I get? Oh, and the candle holder. Like, if you were to find one of those, where would you style it? Let us know, because y'all would be surprised at all of the inspiration that we are all able to get from each of you commenting down below. So let us know how you would use any of these items, and if you even have any of them, how do you use them? But anyway, y'all, we hope that you have a wonderful week. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here Friday with a brand new video.